dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. It took a while to get going, but hurricane season is heating up in the Atlantic. Canada is hunkering down while the Caribbean cleans up, and a big storm could be taking shape that could hit Florida next week. CBS's Christian Benavidez reports from Miami.
The 2022 Atlantic hurricane season is growing more intense by the hour. Tonight, people from Canada to the Caribbean are bracing for major storms to arrive on their shores. Hurricane Fiona is now churning north towards eastern Canada. It's due to make landfall in Halifax tonight, along with a 5-foot storm surge and over 6 inches of rain. Forecasters say Fiona's wind speeds will quickly drop as it moves inland, but that can make it even more dangerous.
When we see a storm going through the transition from a pure hurricane to a post-tropical storm, we typically see those wind fields expand, so the storm actually gets bigger.
On Friday, Fiona swept past Bermuda as a Category 4 storm with 125-mile-an-hour sustained winds, but its eye remained offshore with no reports of major damage. Puerto Rico was not as fortunate. 5 days after Fiona hit, nearly 1 million homes and businesses were still without power.
I always have extra cases of water. I have a lot of canned foods. I have all. I'm pretty prepared for anything.
Meanwhile, Florida residents are keeping an eye on a gathering storm in the Caribbean.
I don't care that it's coming. Tell it to come on. Why? Because I'm a Florida boy.
Tropical Depression 9 is expected to develop into a hurricane in the next 48 hours. It's on track to hit Florida sometime next week. Christian Benavidez, CBS News, Miami.
The weather could force NASA to cancel Tuesday's scheduled launch of its Artemis rocket. The agency says the spacecraft and its launch pad may need to go back into their hangar, a process that takes about 3 days to complete. In Alaska, people are also dealing with some extreme weather. The remnants of Typhoon Merbok, a strong storm in the western Pacific, struck the state's western coast last weekend. Governor Mike Dunleavy says the damage to roads and homes in some communities is significant. Alaska National Guard troops used a helicopter to fly to the remote village of Newtok yesterday to help with storm cleanup there.
With remnants of a typhoon. It's a large, major natural disaster, stretched over 1,000 miles of our coastline. So in terms of preparation, when you're dealing with something of that magnitude, you do the best you can to prepare for it. You can't stop it. Obviously, we know that.
The governor says there were no deaths or injuries reported after the storm. However, the state is trying to get supplies like plywood, insulation, and tin to repair roofs before winter sets in. From the tropics to outer space, there will be something special to see Monday night for sky watchers. The solar system's largest planet will make its closest approach to Earth. Jupiter will be approximately 367 million miles away. Scientists say Jupiter will look bigger and brighter in the night sky. The last time Jupiter was this close was in October 1963.
We are going to experience in the night sky a Jupiter that is going to be about 20% closer, and that means about 45% brighter than average.
Experts say the best place to get a view of Jupiter on Monday will be a highly elevated spot in a dark and dry area looking southeast. The 32nd World Chicken Festival in downtown London continues tomorrow. You still have 2 more days to attend if you haven't yet. There are hundreds of vendors, games for the kids, contests, and food. The weather was just great today. One big draw is always the world's largest skillet. People have traveled from around the world to enjoy that fried chicken.
The chicken skillet and eating big chicken breast and the rest of the food that goes with that, and just in general, I just enjoy being and seeing a lot of people and enjoy the festival.
The live music will continue tomorrow night until 11, and it will end on Sunday at 5. The parade is at 10 tomorrow morning with the theme Saluting Those That Serve Our Flock. Officer Travis Hurley, who died of COVID complications earlier this year, will be honored.
Let's go to the World Chicken Festival in beautiful downtown London, presented by the London Laurel Tourist Commission.
Hey, we're out here at the Chicken Festival. There's not a cloud in the sky, beautiful day. A lot to eat, a lot to do. Everyone come out.
Come on down to the 2020 World Chicken Festival in downtown London, Kentucky. It's going to be a pretty good one.
And it's a beautiful day to come out and check out all the vendors and check out all the chicken eating contests.
Beautiful blue skies, bright sunny day, 70 degrees, going to be that way for the next 2 days. So get out and have some fun and come down to the Chicken Festival. No better place to be in London, Kentucky right now than at the Chicken Festival.
Yeah, and like Steve mentioned, the weather was absolutely perfect for the World Chicken Festival over in London. And tonight, the weather is still looking pretty good over in Pikeville from the Pikeville Medical Center. Current temperature is sitting at 57 degrees on this Friday night, and temperatures across the mountains not bad in the middle to upper 50s, already down to 49 in Clintwood, 54 in Logan, 57 for Jackson, and still sitting at 61 over in Somerset. Those dew points, they are low. That means the air is dry tonight. We are seeing dew points in the middle to upper 40s around the region tonight. Up on Pinpoint Doppler, most of us are dry right now, but notice a few showers off towards the north and west, and these are moving off towards the east. Now, right now, like I said, those dew points are low, so the air is dry. It's going to take a little bit for this rain to actually reach the ground because of the dry air, but we are expecting some showers tonight, overnight, and also into your Saturday. Those rain chances are going to increase this weekend as another cold front begins to work into the mountains. More showers possible on Sunday, but some drier air is going to set back into the region by next week. So your forecast tonight looks pretty good. We are under a cloudy sky. Temperature is not as chilly as last night, falling into the middle 50s. And again, we could see a few showers, but most of us are dry tonight. Let's go hour by hour on Future View. As you wake up on Saturday, we could see a few of those isolated showers, and a few of those showers are possible into the afternoon as well. It's not going to rain all day, but you may need the rain gear at times. As we go into Saturday night and Sunday, a few more showers are possible as that front continues to push through the region. Upper 70s on your Sunday, and this model showing possibly a few thunderstorms on Sunday, but thankfully we're not looking at any severe weather across the region. Now let's switch gears and talk about the tropics. That is the big story right now. This is Hurricane Fiona, winds of 105 miles per hour. This is actually now post-tropical. That means that it has lost its tropical characteristics, but it is still a very strong storm. And this is brand new tonight. This is now Tropical Storm Ian in the Caribbean. Current winds of 40 miles per hour. That pressure is down to 1,005 millibars. Moving off towards the west-northwest at 12. And this is a big story because this is expected to strengthen into a hurricane as it approaches Cuba later on this weekend and into next week. And then possibly a major hurricane riding up the Florida Peninsula near Tampa Bay. So that would be a really big hit for them. So we are going to keep a close eye on that as we get closer. Here is a look at your 7-day forecast where the weekend is always in view. Showers are possible this weekend, not going to be a washout, but you may need the rain gear at times. And the next week is looking fantastic. Upper 60s, lower 70s, plenty of sunshine and blue sky on all of those days. Middle to lower 40s for low temperatures. Steve.
All right, Cameron, thank you. Officials with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office say they are looking for 2 suspects in a theft case. Officials say a purse was stolen from a person at a business near London yesterday. Surveillance video shows the suspects and their car, which is believed to be a white Ford Escape. Police say the 2 tried to use the stolen debit and credit cards inside the purse at a department store in London. If you have any information about this case, you can call the Laurel County Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600. The Wolfe County Search and Rescue Team is showing off its new Defender response vehicle. Earlier this year, the team won the vehicle, and the team shared how important this new tool is with Outside Magazine.
The Defender is a very capable vehicle. It performs super well, handles super well. I have the coordinates from John. This vehicle can mean a huge thing for your nonprofit.
The group won the Custom Defender by getting the most votes in a national contest. The vehicle has emergency LED lights, a speaker, handheld siren, and other tools. Drug overdoses in the Commonwealth have increased by 14% during the last year. Officials largely attribute this to an uptick in the synthetic opiate fentanyl. Perry County Sheriff Joe Ingalls says the drug is so prevalent in eastern Kentucky that he recommends everyone have access to Narcan.
It's not an option. Narcan's not. It's a must as far as first responders go. And I just think anyone and everyone, I would recommend to keep that on you just in case you are exposed to that. That's how big of a problem it is in this area.
Attorney General Daniel Cameron has joined 18 other attorney generals in calling for President Biden to classify the deadly drug as a weapon of mass destruction. This would free up more federal resources in the fight against fentanyl. Kentucky is seeing a slowdown in new COVID-19 cases. Take a look at the new map just out today. There are a lot more green counties in Kentucky compared to recent weeks, and more counties in eastern Kentucky have also moved out of the red zone. However, as you see, 19 counties in our region still in the red. On Monday, the state reported 9,000 new cases in the last week. The positivity rate was at nearly 12%. The Kentucky Mountain Bible College in Breathitt County has a new president. Dr. Robert Pokai was inaugurated as the next KBC president. Pokai grew up in Lost Creek and graduated from Kentucky Mountain Bible College. He moved away for about 20 years to pastor elsewhere, and through his experience, Pokai says he learned how to lead through tough times.
I worked a number of years for the Salvation Army, went through Hurricane Katrina there in the Deep South. So when I came home, I grew up on the banks of Troublesome Creek, Lost Creek, Kentucky, and so we were always activated if flooding would come, ready to evacuate and help people in need, rescue people.
Dr. Pokai is the 6th president in the history of Kentucky Mountain Bible College, succeeding Dr. Philip Spees. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. John Lowe will have highlights and scores from across the region, plus a preview of Kentucky's game against Northern Illinois. That's next on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Have a great weekend.